And we're going to tackle this project, and 5 minutes into it we already find an ass pile of mouse nest. This is going to be fun. Standing on buckets and stuff. I'm not complaining, I'm recording you.
So.
Oh boy.
That harness goes to there. This harness is over there. So now, get your fucking hoses here out of the way. Otherwise, we just try to slide the bitch up through it. And that ain't gonna happen.
We're gonna pull them hoses up.
Yeah. You're gonna have to.
Well, I loosened that small one up, but the big one's gotta go.
Well, the small one's on your water pump.
Yeah, I know.
So, I'm getting the fuck out of the way for you to get those out of there.
Fine, I'll do it. Oh. Pull the hood down on my head. See, look at all this crap you don't need.
Keeps you awake.
So much crap.
Fire in the hole.
Let me get my lighter. Jeez, dirty, 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 dirty. Yeah, because we got to pull that piece off. I thought that's where you got the silicone for, so you didn't have to use them.
So I'm doing it this way.
Huh?
Silicone the bottom, silicone the top.
Oh, you're still going to use them?
Yep. Here. For a moment, because I have to go outside for this bastard. Okay, I was like, where the fuck's the razor blade?
Just laying flat over there. That was a fucking pain in the ass.
We made a mess.
We ain't even done yet. We put the carburetor in the trunk again. Fuck. Well, I suppose I gotta get a breather for that valve cover too. So much shit to do. Well, hey everyone, Logansfarm here. Oh, better turn this down. Don't want to get a copyright for having music. Back out here on day 2 of Big Red going on. Just kind of did little snippets yesterday of what's going on, but this is basically what we're starting on today. My buddy Rob that's been helping me with this, he is at work. So I'm going to pull these valve covers off and clean them up and paint them because they're fucking just crusted in grease and grime. I'm going to pull them off, paint them, put them back on. Probably pull this smog pump off because I don't need it no more because all that shit's unhooked. Maybe try and tidy this motor up a little bit. Yeah, because I got new valve cover gaskets. New valve cover gaskets, got to start the morning off right. Got some more hand towels. I'm going to paint them red because it's Big Red and everybody's like, Ford blue. I don't want blue, I want red. Because then I bought myself this red breather filter for back there on that corner because for the valve cover. This side for the oil cap will be running to the carburetor. So yeah, I got that to take over that spot. Got got a gasket scraper, a day too late. New thermostat, probably put my thermostat housing in, get that cleaned up. Got me some hand cleaner. Oops. Some hand cleaner, engine degreasers. Yes. So we'll see what we can do. But I will keep you guys posted as we go. More. Yesterday I just kind of did little bits and pieces where I just filmed for a little bit, but you know. This is all the shit that came off. Oh, there's a big hunk of aluminum. I think that's aluminum too. Yeah. Fuel injection system. All that good stuff. So we'll get you more as we go. And I got the valve cover off the passenger side now. Got it over there degreasing. I sprayed it down, letting it soak. I'm gonna try and scrub it up so I can paint it. But interesting thing was, all of them bolts in that valve cover were only like finger tight. I pretty much just set the socket on there and turned it off with my finger, all of them. So might explain why there's so much oil up the top of the motor, because the valve covers were leaking. But 30 years of use on a motor, I mean. So this truck actually don't have that many miles on it, considering it's only got, it's only got 109,000 miles on it, because we bought it with only 80,000 miles. And really we've only put about 30,000 miles on it since we've got it. And we bought it fucking 14 years ago. But she's doing alright. It ran good, it's just the fuel injection system died, so that's why we're just going to go to Carb and say screw it. But now I'm going to try and get the smog pump and everything off, because I don't need that anymore because all that shit's unhooked, so we'll keep going. Holy shit, Ford really dropped the goddamn ball when they fucking decided to design their fucking thermostat housings. Oh, there's just barely enough room to put it in there and get that bolt down in there without having to take the water pump off or take the fucking intake off. I wish I would have put it on before the intake was on, but I wanted to paint it and everything, clean it up better, because Ford's got this stupid dual set of hoses, because some of the liquid bypasses straight back into the water pump and the rest goes into the radiator hose. So trying to wrestle with that little short, like 3-inch hose, it's like 3/4 inch hose, and it's tough as shit. And there's not much room to get that bolt started down there, because you can only get a wrench on it, and even that you don't get much movement out of. Oh, but we're coming along. Cleaning up the valve covers some more so I can get them painted and put on new gaskets and everything. So we'll see how this goes. Let's keep you up to date here. Painting the valve covers. I'm going with a red because we got big red. I don't want Ford blue. I don't like Ford blue. Big red next summer is going to get body work and a paint job, so. And for that matter, actually, I'm going to probably tear the motor apart next summer and rebuild it, freshen it up again, put a couple add-ons, cam and shit, but right now we're just getting it converted over to Carb from the deadly dreaded EFI. Now some people like EFI. It's alright when it works. When it don't work and it becomes a pile of crap like that on the floor, then it has to come out. Too much electrical issues with this truck, and I'm bypassing pretty much all the issues I'm going to have and going straight to carbureted. Just Jegs carburetor, just for a 302 Ford. Just aluminum 4-barrel intake. I think it was like 130 bucks. Took the valve covers off, scraped fucking 30 years worth of grease off of them. I didn't even get all of it off, but I got 90% of it off. You can see there's probably still some spots there, but it just wouldn't come off. I don't have the time, and I'm just going to paint it over it. I'll probably get some chrome valve covers or something when I redo the motor next time. Right now I'm just putting valve cover gaskets in it, doing the top end basically. That should take care of most of my oil leak problems. My buddy Rob will be here in a little bit, so hopefully we'll rebuild the carb and just slap it on there. Let's see, as you can see, the shop is way cleaner since you've maybe seen some of my older videos. It's a little messy now that we've been working on the truck, but I also got this 1-inch or 3/4 inch throttle, or not throttle body, but carb spacer. I got an Edelbrock 650 carb for it. We're gonna rebuild that. Hopefully get it slapped on there today and maybe test fire it with some gas or something. We'll see what happens, but there will be video if that happens. So yeah, this just takes a lot of time doing this shit because I gotta spray it down with engine degreaser, let it soak for a bit, scrub some off, spray it again, wait. It just takes time, but I'll be putting these on shortly. These are some of my plumbing parts for my intake for my coolant and stuff. I'm just painting them red too. I'll Teflon them up good, screw them in there. Actually, that screws into the intake. That sensor will be removed. Well, it'll probably just stay there to plug off the hole, but we don't need the sensor anymore. Probably just replace it with a manual temp sensor. And then that big long piece there threads into the side of that and comes out a different way. And there's a lot of cooling lines on this truck for some reason, I don't know why, but most of it was probably for the intake that it had before that big honking punk of aluminum, which will just end up giving me some money back. I think that's even aluminum, that other half of the intake down here. The fuel rails and shit we bent the fuck out of. Some, I don't know if it's EGR or some sort of emissions crap. Smog pump, gone. Wiring for the fuel injection, the fuel injectors. Luckily that unplugged, so I took all that off. The large amount of mouse nest and, yeah. Large amount of mouse nest. Look what they did to my... This was a brand new air filter a couple of years ago when I put the truck on, or since the truck got parked. Well, it was on there, but it was like new right before the truck got parked, and that all got ate up. I think here's the rest of the air box. That's full of mouse nest. Yeah, we will give you more video as it comes. This will probably be a long video because I'm just going to kind of throw everything together as one edit. But hopefully red might fire today. We don't know for sure, so don't get your hopes up too high, but it's coming soon. Well, getting close to calling her a day. Got one more valve cover to put on now. Got one of them nice breathers on the passenger side. The driver's side one comes out up on the front here and it comes out of the actual oil filler cap, and that one's going to be run to the carburetor because the carburetor needs a line running to it from the valve covers. It pulls the vapor basically out of the valve covers, but it'll be only pulling it to the driver's side. That side's just going to have a breather on it. But I'm going to get this other valve cover on. It should be buttoned up for the day. Carburetor's going to go on tomorrow. And then we might have a test fire of it. But I will update you as I go, because it's a pain in the ass to work on this truck, because as I step back you can see just how high it is. I mean, the truck comes up to my fucking tits. I gotta stand in a 5-gallon bucket, and only then I can just barely reach the front of the motor, because the body lift on here, the motor's way down in here. So it's a pain in the ass, and it hurts my knees because my knees are sore and fucked up as it is. That valve cover's on. I'm gonna recheck how tight it is when I get back up and do the other one, but I had to get down because you gotta kneel up on this right here to lean over in there to work on it, and that's trying not to fall in and hit your head on something. I mean, hell, I could put a blower on here and it still wouldn't even stick out the hood. But this is just going to get me going for the winter. And next summer I'm probably going to pull the motor out, rebuild it, maybe hop it up a bit, some aluminum heads, high-rise intake, stuff like that. But that's not yet, because the big plan is probably next summer we're going to tackle the bodywork on red, fix the rust, and get it painted for sure. As long as the motor runs, I can wait on that. The motor can be done at any time. But next summer I'm going to get me through the winter with this truck, and then hopefully this next summer we're going to do the body work. My buddy Rob has the tools for bending metal and doing all that sheet metal work. He knows how to paint, so Red's gonna get new metal work. Probably save the box. I'll probably pick up new doors and fenders, not new, but good used ones. I guess I can buy new front fenders. Doors, I can just go get some off a junk truck and the truck will get painted. This really isn't the red it should be. It's actually brighter. It used to be brighter, but it's gotten dulled down over the years, and it's, you can see spots where like the primer and stuff's coming through, primer color, and it's gonna get redone. It's just piece by piece. This shit takes money. Just swapping over from EFI to not fuel injection, but carbureted again. That took me probably damn near 200 bucks, and I'm not done yet. Because I still got to get air cleaner and who knows what other little piddly shit I still got to buy. We still got to try and tidy up this wiring harness, get shit out of here we don't need. I took the smog pump off. I think I said that earlier. That's over there. Don't need it. Because all that, you can see it back, if you look way back there at that part of that smog, that's broken and rusted through. So there's no sense in having it. It's just going to be pumping air to nowhere and just be putting extra load on the motor I don't need to. Also, I took that off. So let me get this extra valve cover on, and then I'm going to get you probably one last video before I go home for the night, and I'll upload this later tonight. Alrighty then. Big Red is buttoned up for the most part. That's a pain in the ass, let me tell you. Like I said before, that's a big step down in there and a big step up to here. But Big Red is spouting colors appropriate for Big Red. I think I said earlier somebody wanted me to do Ford Blue. I'm like, no. I don't like Ford Blue. It's too common. I went with red. Looks just fine. Imagine a nice fat carburetor sitting on top of there, big air cleaner. We'll be good to go. Tidy up some wiring, shit like that. But I'm gonna call her quits for today. I didn't get as much done as I would like to, but it took a long time to clean those valve covers up. Spraying them over and over with engine degreaser, scrubbing them off, spraying them again. It just took forever. Got my distributor all put back together. We actually broke it taking it out. Luckily I got a parts truck, well, parts-ish truck. Pulled that piece out, put it on here, so I got my distributors good to go. Put a new thermostat in it today. This one was all gummed up and had shit all over it. Yeah. And before winter I gotta start thinning out the herd. The S10s are gonna go. Black truck's gonna go. I got that truck over there that's new that nobody's seen a video on yet. It's called Crispy. That truck had a fire. I'll get a video, I'll get a better look of it before I get rid of it, but that's gonna go. So I got 4 vehicles to go. That truck, I'll probably blow the motor up. This one, I'm gonna blow the motor up and pull the tires off. That one's got shit tires. Black truck, gonna blow the motor up, pull the tires off. I got my nice rims on there. That truck over there is going to pull the rims off it, pull a few parts, and it's just going to go as is. It don't run, so I'm not going to bother trying to blow the motor up. Oh, but shit. So hopefully I've got enough to tide you guys over for a little bit for some suspense. There's going to be really big suspense because tomorrow night tonight we're building the carburetor and then going to throw it on tomorrow. So there won't be any videos till after tomorrow or whatever, but we're all set to go basically now. Drop a carb on it, run some cooling lines, some vacuum lines, fuel lines, and we should be good to go to fire. We'll have to figure out how to run the linkage for the carburetor, but that'll be later. I'm just thinking tomorrow I'll be getting it bolted on there, dump some gas in it, and fire her back up hopefully. As long as the distributor cooperates with us, because I might have to buy an HEI distributor for a Ford. They're for GM, but they make them for Fords too, which means all I gotta do is drop a distributor in, the distributor that I get, and then basically just plug one wire in for power. That's all it is. It's all self-contained, but we'll see. So yeah, this is pretty much to the point for tonight. We're on Sunday now. I'm gonna throw this together and update it, or upload it, so you guys can see. If you want more current, up-to-date shit, you got to get on my Facebook page. I'll leave a link to this in the description for that. But if you want to be on there and see me as I go with things, I'll upload pictures, stuff like that. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Big Red's coming back!